So, we're in August, before the coronavirus, the lockdown happened, should I say. We went for this property and basically we got outbidded. It went to a closing date. We weren't going to start getting into a bidding war with other folk. It's in a really good area where the skills are good, and it sold. Lockdown happened, coronavirus happened, and for whatever reason those people pulled out, and the agent went back to the people who were interested before. None of them were interested apart from us, and we took advantage of it, and we actually managed to secure it for less than we were willing to go initially. So we got the keys in the middle of June. We'll have it done pretty much 2 months later. We'll have it finished, and we've kind of already started the process of getting it rented out. £700 a month. Up until that point, that was our first house that we've managed to acquire. But first and foremost, we've had the guys in here now for about 6-7 weeks. We've had a full rip out, new heating systems, new electrical systems, the full shooting match. And I've had somebody in doing some basic trades, some laminate, getting to needing the end stages of it all. So we're going to go and have a look at it and see how it's coming along. So you can see that we actually did consider putting a driveway on this. For rental purposes, it's absolutely fine. We'll get the monoblock cleaned up a little bit here. So it was old and tired. Right, let's start in the living room here. When we first came in, we had, we ripped all the wallpapers off. Normally I'd put clothing in and all sorts, but we didn't this time, purely because the budget didn't allow it. The rental market, it didn't need it. And but we're going to, this will look stunning when it's done. One of the first problems that we had is it had zero central heating in it. So we first of all had to address the central heating. So we've put new central heating throughout the full property. Aerated boiler, of course, and then when the electrician came and looked at the wiring, it was bad. We knew it wasn't great, but it was really bad, so we had to do a full rewire as well. So additional costs we weren't quite anticipating, but it's done now. There was an old heater thing here, an old kind of fire thing here. It kind of heated up the immediate room. It was gas, so there's gas in the building, but it was not in great shape. We obviously decommissioned that. We didn't know what to do with this here, so we're going to just tile that and make that a little feature, of course. The guys are putting the laminate down. This would be done by now, but you can see that screed there is wet. What essentially happened, it was all uneven. With this laminate being as thin as it is, it wasn't going to work, so we had to stop and we had to re-screed the half there. This is the original kitchen. So we scrubbed this up and it's so far looking okay. We will continue to do more cleaning of it. We replaced the handles. We are going to replace some of the appliances. Of course, the floor. Up the top there, we're going to put some white gloss. Look at the ceiling, we've done a new ceiling. Everywhere has been nice and new and fitted, and I'm actually really pleased with how this is looking actually. The flooring's looking good. Obviously the rest of this that you see, these walls will be plastered and it'll be painted. And I don't know whether we'll go for a kind of something a bit different, a colour that's a bit different, just to add some colour to it. This here was the old water tanks. It was old copper water tanks. We managed to get these out when we were decommissioning everything. Get these out. I'm going to get the guys to basically just clad this whole cupboard in white MFC, the stuff that the kitchen's made out of, and shelve it. Now, one of the big problems, you'll notice that not everywhere has been plastered. Because of the whole COVID shutdown, the demand for a lot of trade materials was low, and the manufacturers across the world weren't making and shipping as much as they should, or they could normally, to the UK, which meant there was a severe shortage on plaster. So we had to make do with some other filler. The stock is getting better now, but we had to have this done ages ago. We're now just going to do lining paper throughout the areas here. You'll see that there's some rough edges here. So we'll lining paper it right up to the edge, but what we're going to do is we're then going to put UPVC trim back round the windows and doors just to do a nice finish. Because we're lining all the walls, it'll be a nice finish. This is getting plastered. A little tip that I never even thought of. So normally the laminates that we do run right the way through all the rooms. It's one big piece right the way through from hall, living room and kitchen when we're selling it, which is the best way. However, one of the trades guys who does a lot of rentals himself said to me, Scott, in a rental we would normally always put a join here and put a door bar. Reason being is if something bad or the floor needs to come up on in a hall, It's very easy to just lift the hall only and the rest of the property is untouched, the rest of the flooring is untouched. So a nice little tip from him. So the kitchen, the living room and the hall, they're all separate pieces. We'll get a nice chrome door bar, it'll look great. And of course, just because it's a rental and the laminate's going down, we went for a better quality underlay just to give it an extra little, you know, a nicer feel, and hopefully it'll last a little bit longer. Again, you can see the electricity box had to go in. It was an old, ancient, I was thinking I'd priced up for a new consumer unit, but when we really got into the guts of it, it needed a full rewire. So again, looking good. We had a leak up here from the bathroom, cut that away, dried it all out, and you can see the boys have started to get that fixed. Heading on up. So that's all the stairs will have a nice grey carpet throughout. And the bathroom, not quite there yet, but it'll be there as of Monday, it'll be finishing. We ripped this out, we kept the bath, we're getting a new toilet and new vanity unit here. Need to get a shower curtain on, or a shower screen on there. Again, everything new ceiling, but we went with wet wall versus the tiling. Just it'll do better for a wee bit of laminate on the floor. A really nice bathroom, that's exactly what it'll be. We still need to put a little radiator in here in the bathroom. So all we're going to do is we're going to bring the electrics over and just put the electrics through into this cupboard here and do everything that we need to do, so there'll be nothing exposed in the bathroom. A little electric towel rail. We're off the COVID, but you can see new skirtings and facings in certain bits. Put new doors everywhere. The cupboard doors we haven't replaced, but before the painter comes in a couple will be in about a week and a half, these will be removed, and then when the painter's done everywhere, we'll be putting new little T-bar chrome handles on them. This will be completely painted white and the woodwork will be gloss. Nice skirtings. Double bed will go here. You can see that we put two sockets in there for the people moving in. New radiator in for them, nice double panel radiator. Out to the back, we can get a good view of the back garden here without going out. So again, perfect for a single bed in here. But you imagine that when that's in the summertime, we'll trim all the bushes up so it's nice and tidy. But when you've got a little bench or a little table out there, family will be taking this patio area. Good size, fairly flat, although it's on 2 levels. It's still fairly flat and big enough up there for the kids to run around in. Although there's flats up the back there, you can see because of the the big trees and all the rest of it, you're not overlooked by anybody. The gardens either side. These are another wee tip I would always look out for, is look at your neighbours and how well do they maintain their houses, their garden's nice. It would normally give you an indication of the people, certainly how they treat the area, is often reflected in how people treat their front gardens and back gardens. And both the gardens either side is lovely. And we'll make sure that this is kept the same as well, and hopefully we'll get a good tenant in and we can obviously make sure that they maintain it. I've sent that over to my electrician. There is obviously a little fault. This light was originally a light that was a sensor light. So when somebody walked in, it turned on. There was actually no switch. We changed that because that's a bit of a pain. You know, at night time, if you're leaving a bedroom door open and you've got the bathroom light shining through because it takes ages to go off. And he tweaked something inside there so we could use the same light. So there's obviously something not quite working there. So he can fix that. Nice big attic. Because this is a rental, first and foremost, you need to follow certain guidelines. The house needs to be up to a certain standard before you can rent it out. So there'll be gas safety certificates done for it before somebody moves in. But also it needs to be geared up electrically so that you've got heat and fire detectors throughout various different parts of the property. So make sure that you comply with them or else you get into some big trouble. But that's it. For property number 1, that's us done.